favorite anime that never get old. Now, this isn't a top 10 or a top 5 or 15 or 20 because there's really a lot of series that I really enjoy, and these are just going to be the series I personally never get tired of watching no matter how many times I see them. I do have a top 3. I'm going to get over with that, and I have a lot to cover, so let's get on with it. Okay, here we go. First off, I'm going to have some honorable mentions. These are series that I can watch a lot of and not really get tired of, but I will get tired of it eventually. I can't watch it nonstop. I can just watch it a lot, then go a while without watching it, then watch it again. And anyway, let's just get on with it. First up, we have Naruto. Now, I really love the Naruto manga and anime. It's really good, but I do get tired of it. The battles in the first 27 volumes are great. It's far superior than Shippuden, in my opinion. After the Pain arc in the anime and manga, it just kind of went downhill for me. It's still really enjoyable. It's just not as good as it used to be, so Naruto's honorable mention. Now, next up we have Bleach. This is happens to be my favorite manga, but the anime definitely falls short. It has more filler than any other series that I know of, and it just doesn't live up to the manga in my opinion. Next up we have School Rumble. Now this is probably within my top 3 favorite comedy series, and it's really good. I really love the series, but again, I will get tired of it. Season 1 is definitely superior than Season 2, although Season 2 has 2 of my favorite episodes from the series, so it's really good. Next up we have Shijo Saikyo no Deshi Kenichi, or Kenichi the Mightiest Disciple. We have Part 1, Part 2, and Season 2. Now, unfortunately, the OVA has not been released here. I hope Funimation gets their hands on it because I'd really like to see it. It picks up right after the where this leaves off, so it'd be nice to see that. I've watched this series probably about 5 or 6 times in total. I've watched it a crap load of times. It's been a while since I've watched it, but it's a series I can watch almost all the time and not get tired of it. That's why it doesn't make my list of series that I can watch and not get tired of. So, that being said, those are my 4 honorable mentions. Okay, now we're going to move on to movies. I only have 2 anime movies I can watch without getting tired of. Unfortunately, I don't own like a bunch of anime movies. I only have just a handful. I've only seen just a handful. I have a lot of movies I haven't watched that I own. But anyway, I only have 2 anime movies that I can watch and not get tired of. We have Metropolis by Osamu Tezuka. This is far above any other anime movie I've seen. There's only one above it, and I'm going to get to it, but this is number 2 on my list of favorite anime movies, and pretty much anime in general, because this movie is just so good. I've heard that the manga isn't as good, but I don't have the manga. But the anime is phenomenal. I don't want to spoil it. You can pick this movie up for the cheap, so I'd recommend buying it. I'm not going to spoil it for you. It's really good. Now, on the top of my movie list, we have Bleach Memories of Nobody. This is the best anime movie I have ever seen. Nothing's going to top this. It has my favorite Bleach character, Senna, and it's absolute top of my list. It's top of the line. It's perfect. I don't have any complaints about it other than it's too short. It really is. This movie could be 5 hours long and I still wouldn't get tired of it. They could not put enough into it to make it boring for me, so this is my favorite anime movie. Okay, now we're getting on to anime I personally never get tired of no matter how many times I've seen it, and we're going to start off number 1 with Bastard Complete Collection. It is only 6 episodes long. It was supposed to be 8. The final 2 episodes never got made. If you've been watching my channel for a while, for over the last year, I've been ranting and raving about how big of a Bastard fan I am and how much I love the series, and I have nearly all the manga that was released in America. I'm missing 2 volumes. They're really hard to come by and hard to track down and expensive. And I have some of the stuff in Japanese, like volume 27 and one of the novels. And I also have the anime, and I will be collecting the figures sometime soon. It's about Dark Schneider, and he's basically a wizard of sorts. And it's just a great fantasy realm and battles. It's just... you have to watch it to really understand this one. It's really old, so most people are probably going to be turned off by it from modern day standards. But I do have one complaint about it. It is Dark Schneider's voice in this series. It took a minute to grow on me. It wasn't until my second time watching this that his voice grew on me and I got accustomed to it, and now I really like his voice. But his voice actor at the beginning, whenever I watched it, I didn't think it suited him and I didn't like it that much. But now I just love the voice and I don't have any other complaints about it. I can watch this without getting tired. Next on my list of anime that never get old, we have Pokemon. Now, I didn't want to go through the trouble of getting off my stack of like 30 some odd Pokemon VHS, so I just grabbed the DVD box set. Not anything I can say about it that hasn't been said. I grew up with Pokemon. It never gets owed to me. It can be Season 1, it can be the Indigo League, the Johto League, I don't care. It's Pokemon, it doesn't get owed to me. Next on my list, another relatively oldish anime, kind of midways, not new, not completely up to date, but not really 80s old or early 90s, and that is Full Metal Alchemist. I haven't seen Brotherhood, even though I have the manga, so I know what Brotherhood would be like. I just haven't taken the time to buy the Brotherhood anime because, well, I have the manga, so it's not exactly high on my list of things to get, but I do love the original series. It holds a special place in my heart. I know it's not as good as Brotherhood, which follows the manga completely, and everyone's seen it, everyone knows how it goes. I can't say anything about Full Metal that no one else doesn't know about because everyone has seen Full Metal, so I can watch Full Metal without getting tired. Although the movie, Conqueror of Shambhala, that one is lacking in my opinion. I don't like the movie all that much, and I've only seen it probably twice. So, Full Metal, definitely on my list of anime that never get owed. Oh boy, next on my list, I'm tackling a big one this time, and that one is One Piece. Apparently the most popular and best anime and manga of all time. Well, I do agree the manga is pretty much the best ever. It's not my favorite, but I respect it as being the best. It's sold more than anything else. It sells more than pretty much everything else combined alone, so it is the best. There's no way of getting around that, but I'm not talking about manga, I'm talking about anime, so let's get on with it. I love the anime. I've watched all 8 collections that I own, which is everything that's out here in the US right now, and I'm waiting for more of it. I'm trying to catch up with the manga and read the manga as watch the anime right after I read the arc in the manga. I'm reading the Water 7 arc, and I'm breaking into the Water 7 arc with the anime. I also have this, which is part of the Water 7 arc, but that's not important. What's important is this. My only complaint with it is filler. It does have its share of filler. If you watch the anime without reading the manga, it probably bleeds right on in with the story, but as me reading the manga first, I could point out all the filler that was in it, and it's pretty sad because the filler is actually kind of bad in my opinion. It's not all that great. It doesn't hold up to Oda's style, and it's really just noticeable to me. However, some of the filler episodes are written by Oda. If you've read the manga, you'll recognize some of the chapter separators tell stories. Well, in Buggy the Clown's case, which that is in part 2, at the end of it, it has a few episodes where it shows Buggy the Clown meeting up with Olivia, I think is her name, and they're basically going to hunt down Luffy, and that's around volume 12, I believe, and it explains how he got his body back and all that stuff. So I appreciate episodes like that, but as far as the filler, like in the Alabasta arc, the Sand Pirates or whatever they were, I skipped over all that. I didn't watch it because I knew that was filler. And at the end of part 8, right after they get done with Skypiea, it has another filler, so that's a little bit of a letdown. Other than the filler though, the One Piece anime is great in my opinion. Okay, here